episode number 245 of the Keep Up podcast.
Where if you drink bubbles, you may think of us as your cousins.
What's that mean?
Bubbles make you hallucinate.
They do?
I assume.
I thought that was mushroom.
Have you ever consumed bubbles?
I feel like probably.
Like a whole...
No, like drank them?
Yeah, like...
No.
It's just soapy water.
You've done that?
No.
Oh.
But...
That was my thought, is it's just soapy water. So like, why am I doing that?
What? Why are you doing what?
Why am I drinking the bubbles?
Because you want to.
Okay.
You know? You never thought to just drink them?
It's crossed my mind. It's more crossed my mind to drink like coolant, like vehicle liquids.
Oh, dude, it looks so good.
They look delicious,
right?
Dude.
Why do they got to be so blue?
Especially as a kid, don't make it a clear. That's what Kool-Aid looks like. Don't put that. The caps are impossible to open though.
Oh yeah,
very childproof. I still can't open them.
I know. I need an adult or a doctor.
I've never opened a bottle of. I need a doctor.
I go to the hospital. I'm like, can you open this for me? Doctor's office.
Sir, this is an emergency.
Any emergency that we could have, it says you guys can fix.
It's an emergency. This looks delicious. Hey, welcome to the Keep Up podcast, where I'm Brett and Tim is Tim.
That's me.
We talk about all the things we consume, be it media or food, and also other various topics according to the AI quiz we made about 15 minutes ago.
Which was quite invigorating.
It was quite invigorating.
Yeah.
And you know what else is invigorating?
What?
Just checking out our Patreon page at patreon.com/thekeepup. If if you want to check it out and see what some of the perks are. It's been up for, we're in our third month.
We're in our third month.
And if you're down for it, we're going to record the third Cricket City tonight.
I'm down.
Cool. I just asked him about that now, and he said he's down. So
that's the thing.
Soon.
If you ask me, I'm down.
Not always.
Like 99.9.9999999% of the time.
99.
99.
That I'll give you. And you can follow us on all the other socials at the Keep Up Podcast as well. That's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And here we are. It's episode number 245.
Right.
And we're doing it. We're out here. We're doing the thing. Tim's doing what he's doing.
Always.
When I walked in, Tim was doing what he was doing.
The same as always.
Just playing quiz games.
Yep. AI generated quizzes.
And hanging out with this Twitch stream. Oh yeah, we also stream this whenever we record, which is typically Thursday nights.
But
twitch.tv/Collection Revolution. What?
We're changing days.
Yes. Sorry about this week.
No, that's fine.
I'm sorry.
Don't be upset.
To anyone who's listening or watching.
Punching me.
We are going to be switching to Wednesdays soonish. Not yet.
Not yet.
But soonish.
Here I go. Make a big announcement like, hey guys.
Yeah.
Whole life's changing.
It's happening. Everything's changing.
Life's
different in 2023, you know? Back in the day, you could just not record on Wednesdays.
Right.
But things are changing.
With the government and politics.
Right.
Which we talk about all the time.
Constantly. Strictly politics.
It's our favorite topic, really.
Strictly politics.
Yeah.
The Keep Up story.
The Keep Up story.
Is the book I'm working on.
Right. And that's our third podcast going up on Patreon.
Right. Yes. Strictly politics.
Yeah.
God, that would be hilarious. If the thing is, we'd make people angry because we're so, I'm so ignorant.
Yes. Me too. I'm not saying you are.
Like politically. You're like, yes, you
absolutely.
Are. I'm so politically ignorant, and I definitely don't know enough to carry a whole podcast.
Right.
But it would be very funny.
It would be super funny.
It would be the equivalent of me starting a car podcast.
I feel like you know more about cars than you let on.
No. Maybe more than politics.
It's like me starting a music podcast.
Well, what do you... I get it would be so funny though, but it's like, what do you think? I don't know. What do you have to know to be I'm educated in politics? What do you think people's minds go to? Representatives, what they what their stances are on issues.
I might offend people by just saying what I'm about to say, but I feel like politics, all you need is to know controversial things and be on one side or the other.
That's what I think of. I don't ignore everything that's going on in the world, but when I hear the word politics, it does I do shut down.
Yeah, I just I don't want to say I don't care, but everyone's so aggressive about one side or the other that I don't want to listen.
Yeah, and I think a lot
until I form my own opinion on it, at least.
Right.
Depending on what it is.
Which we're gonna do on Strictly Politics.
Strictly Politics. The Keep Up Story. But yeah, like I always say it's valuable to listen to what people have to say.
That's always valuable.
And I try very much so. But again, when it comes to politics, I always feel like when someone talks about it, they always favor one side heavily.
Sure.
And I don't feel like I'm getting the best.
Oh, interesting.
The best representation of whatever the problem is.
I do find that interesting that this could be wrong. I don't have statistics or anything, but I'm super educated in politics. So
right. The Keep Up Story.
But it does seem like largely people favor one side or the other. And on occasion you will meet someone who has some like a mix of values or beliefs. Or
that's what I want to hear, is like someone who is similar to me, who will listen to everything and have like a middle ground opinion.
Right.
I don't want one extreme or the other.
But some people would perceive that as like a wishy-washy.
Right. To not be solid about, because there are things that I am or
pishy-poshy.
Yeah. There's you win. You win.
Get it.
I get it. What the hell was my point?
Bippy boppy.
Bippity boppity boo.
Flippy flies.
There are things that I am
so red on stream, dude.
Let
me come into the light. There we go. That's better.
Let me show up.
That's so good. Yeah. So what are you talking about? I said people will think you're kind of
wishy-washy. Glass has a good point. There are YouTube videos. What? It ended up going in a different direction. I read a comment that I thought Blast was saying there are YouTube videos for that.
I told you can't read stream over.
I'm trying to get better about it.
Blast has a good point. There are YouTube videos.
But that's the thing. You can probably find opinions that aren't skewed or biased on YouTube.
So, there's a lot of independent like journalism platforms and stuff.
Right.
Cool.
Right. Which don't have an agenda.
But even those are hard to find that are like feel balanced. But then it's like, are you digging if you're trying to find something that just aligns with your... That's the hard thing for me is like, you can't trust.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the thing. Ultimately, everyone's biased towards something.
Right.
You can't be 100% in the middle. There's always something you lean a little bit towards more. And there are things that I think are just like clearly right. And
mac and cheese is better
than.
Ooh, I only thought of really delicious things after I said it.
Go ahead, finish your statement.
Oh my gosh, tacos.
That's the kind of politics I want to talk about.
Yeah.
What is happening in our food industry? Why is McDonald's expensive?
Right.
I don't care about anything else.
Nothing.
Why can I not get a McChicken for $1 anymore?
Why did I go to a gas station today, tried 3 different drinks, and they all came out as water? Fill the machines.
Wow.
Fill them.
Dude, this is why I'm voting for you.
Thank you.
For president.
No machine left behind.
No machine. Brett's #1 policy. No machine left behind. None. And everyone has to know who Animatronic the Abolisher is.
That's right.
You're going to have Abolisher Day.
A space hero whose sidekick is Mecha Pal. You guys got to make yourselves an AI quiz. It's incredible.
Yeah, I don't dip my toes too much in AI, but today was fun.
Yeah.
Today was fun.
Sometimes you got to dip them.
Yeah.
Listen, that was episode 1 of Strictly Politics. My podcast.
That's what we want you guys to hear, is us.
We got
2 tickets to paradise. How could you not do
I don't
that?
know, dude. I don't know.
Dude, what a mess.
Quick shout out. This would probably go in reflections, but I don't have a lot to do in reflections. But our friend Nick texted me right before we started recording, and he was like, I like how when you were talking about Mario, you said, I don't know why they keep messing up Mortal Kombat. And somehow I didn't mention how bad Resident Evil's been. It's like, because we were talking about how good Mario is and all that stuff, which he actually said he enjoyed Sonic better than Mario.
Really?
Yeah. The conversation is ongoing because he texted me right before we started recording. So I don't know.
You don't have the full story yet.
I don't have the full story.
I mean, Sonic definitely has its good points.
Yes.
And I think...
Well, of course, yeah.
Yeah, Mario... I don't know.
You're getting defensive.
I know.
And everyone's uncomfortable.
I know. That's why we don't talk politics.
I know. This is why.
But you know what isn't political but is also fun?
Tell me what.
Free Comic Book Day.
Oh, so good.
Do we talk about this in comics?
We could, for sure. I have reason to go into books, too.
Okay. So let's
Ooh,
save
you're
it
getting
for
a whole
that.
segment. So, hey, I've never done this before.
Yeah,
Should we foreshadow everything they're going to get on the episode?
sure.
So I think what we're going to get
Yes.
today,
Uh-huh.
we're going to talk about the Netflix movie Power Rangers Once and Always.
Sure.
We're going to talk about Free Comic Book Day,
Yeah.
a couple of Goosebumps books,
Yes.
and I have a Buffalo Wild Wings hack that I need to share with the world.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't partake in food hacks as much as I should. You know what I don't do? I don't cross-pollinate food places. Some people like will do food hacks where they get like sauce from Wingstop and like buns from McDonald's and like chicken from a different place. And
Interesting.
And they like do Frankenstein stuff. And I've never really thought to do that because once you go to one food
I
place,
just want to eat it. I
Right.
don't think I have that patience.
exactly. If you have a bag of McDanks, or if you go to McDonald's just to get like buns,
Yeah.
there's no way you're not getting like a chicken sandwich with it.
You got to DoorDash that. You DoorDash like 3 things so it all comes to you at once.
That's smart.
I want to order a Domino's pizza and a bunch of burgers from McDonald's and just make like a real Big Mac pizza.
You know what I made the other day? We should talk about it in food. Never mind. I'll stay with the food. But yeah, to go along with Brett's foreshadowing, we're also going to talk about, just me, because Brett didn't see it yet,
I didn't see it.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, that's right.
Honor Among
You
Thieves.
did see that. Now, are we going to... I'll ask you later. What are we going into first?
This has all been like, oh, we'll do it later. The later cast.
Yeah.
Let's go into TV. Well, we decided it was in movies.
Let's just do it all in movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Movies. What a glorious time. So what did Blast say? They don't work during the podcast.
Oh. Sounds.
Oh yeah, sorry. Apologies. Yes, all sounds are shut off for the podcast because we post this VOD on YouTube, and we just don't want random sounds happening. So apologies, Super Mega. But after the podcast, you can do whatever you want. These are for YouTube and all that, so no alerts or anything. They they do exist. Thanks, Blast. Thanks for explaining everything, and I
Yes.
didn't need to. But there we go. We're caught up
Cool. All right, movies.
to the movies.
I want all the listeners to know before we talk about these movies that I am wearing a shirt with a loon on it.
Yep,
And it just says New Hampshire.
pretty rad.
So found it at work.
Yeah, it's dope. But yeah, how has work been going?
It's great. I'm tired today physically. I feel fine. It's weird because my whole schedule changed to me getting up whenever I want to. I get up at 4:45 every day now.
Oh,
Yeah. And today was a 12-hour day. So I literally I got back.
all of them have been essentially 12-hour
They've
days,
all been
right?
pretty long. Yeah. I had one 9-hour day and that was dope because I
Whoa.
got home at 2.
Yeah.
So that can happen, but I'm still learning the roots.
It's so funny how this job is never 8 hours. It's never a normal shift.
Yeah. It's just so much driving.
Yeah, but a good chunk of the day is driving.
Yeah. It's really not bad. I maintain that it's somehow it's just the balance of it is good.
Yep.
For anyone who didn't listen to the last episode, I drive to different locations and collect clothing and shoe donations. I'm only my second weekend. But yeah, there's a different route every day and they're just so long. I'm in Maine tomorrow, so
Jeez.
I might leave even earlier. But yeah, it's been good. And I found this loon shirt and it has a loon on it and it fits me, and that is that.
I
That's
like
all
the
need.
color. That's
It's
the
a
best
great
part.
color. It doesn't make any sense for this shirt.
It doesn't.
This color, it's like a bright teal, or was this morning before I worked in it all day. And there's just a loon on it. I don't know why it's this color. I feel like it should be like navy blue.
You know what's funny is the fact that you put this on, it makes me think you go to work naked and whatever clothes you find is what you wear for the day.
I am wearing these shorts I also found.
See, you go to work naked. That's it. I
Every
mean,
day is an adventure.
you're just like, whatever I find. You're like, it's like playing Fortnite. You land and you're like, okay, here's my armor. I'm good.
That work is also why I'm so scraggly. I just looked at myself in the stream.
You're gonna look like a trucker soon.
I get up, so I know, dude. I washed my hands, so you can kinda see.
the fingertips especially.
My nails are covered in dirt. It's so funny.
How are your hands been doing, by the way?
Better. Yeah.
For anybody who doesn't know,
Tell 'em.
Brett's hands are falling off.
Yes.
He has scoriculitis.
They call it ristomus scoliosis.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little wishy-washy, but
It's a little flippy floppy.
flippy floppy.
Yeah, I get tendonitis kind of symptoms in my hands at random. The first time it happened was 7 years ago. I played bass for 8 hours straight with some friends. And then that was the first time it happened and I couldn't sleep and stuff. But I went to the doctor, got some drugs. She said she liked my tattoos.
Nice.
And now I feel better.
That's what you need.
not all those things are related to me feeling better, but it was nice, you know.
Yeah, to hear compliments on the taus.
Yeah.
But your hands are doing better. Cool.
Better.
Work's going good.
Works good.
And you're finding, did you find any other clothes? I just like to hear what you find.
Oh, yeah.
The treasures.
We'll have to start a new
segment. Brett's treasures.
Yeah. I have found some stuff. What did I find? I found a bunch of stuff that I'll just wear for work. Today I found a hoodie that I think Simi's going to like. It's an alien holding a cat. And it just says, I found this, it's vibrating.
Is it a blue alien?
Yeah.
I think I've seen the comics of those guys.
Yeah, you probably have. It looks like one of those webcomic aliens.
Yeah.
So there's that. I'm trying to think of what else. Nothing super fancy, just random stuff to work in.
Yeah.
I brought some stuff home for Rach. I found like a couple of brand new pairs of like running shoes. I think I told you that.
Yes.
So I don't know, nothing super crazy.
Yeah. Still cool to find.
I found some gross stuff.
Oh, like what?
Can
you say?
That's inappropriate.
Gotcha.
But it's probably not what you're thinking.
Right.
But I was like, what is this? Oh. Yeah.
Poor babies.
So there's some stuff. And then also some people just throw literal bags of trash.
Oh, that's so annoying.
Which is the worst because you have to, like, I'll rip one open to make sure it's closed, like something that we take. Because sometimes people donate, like, blankets and pillows and we don't take that. I mean, we'll take it, but we dispose of it. So we need to separate it, is my point. So now you know how my job works.
That's your job.
And I opened one bag, and it was legit someone's home trash. And it was wet, and there was, like, I was like, ugh.
Do you have trash bags to, like, retrash it? Yeah.
Yeah, I had to retrash it.
Not fun.
But you know what is fun?
What?
Movies!
Yeah, movies!
You want to talk about yours first?
Let's talk about yours first.
All right, so
Or
Power
ours.
Rangers, once and always. You did have a chance to watch it today.
Yep.
So I was saying last week how I was a little bummed out because I knew that they only got 2 of the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers actors to come back.
Yes.
Now they found a way to make it work.
Did it work, though?
I kind of think so.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
I think that overall this this is a little bit under an hour. It is based more on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers than some of the other ones, though there are references and Rangers from the other Power Rangers extended universe. I think the coolest thing about this is it's a throwback dedication to the actress who played Trini, who unfortunately passed away. I think it was shortly after the first season, I think.
I think so,
it was real early on. I thought overall I had a lot of fun with it because I thought it was, while still some I remember I finished watching it and I was like, this is exactly how I would describe this. I felt like everything was increased from the TV shows to a degree. Like the camera work is still, it feels like TV a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's better. The choreography still feels like Power Rangers, but I thought it was better.
Yeah.
Like I thought some of the fight scenes were cool.
Yeah, I agree. It does feel like a higher budget Power Rangers episode.
Yeah, and like they put more time into the choreography and the fights and stuff like that. But obviously, like the script is still, it's very Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Like this is for people who want to revisit Power Rangers with like a little bit of an upgrade.
Yeah.
The biggest thing I would say the biggest downgrade is a little bit spoilery, but it's not a big deal for anyone who watches Power Rangers because you know it's going to end this way.
Yeah.
They do a Zord battle.
Yep.
And it's all CGI.
Yes.
And it was not in the originals. And I thought the originals were better.
I agree. Yeah, I think it's noticeably different because it's just the CGI isn't. It's not that the CGI is bad either.
It's not terrible.
Yeah, I've definitely seen worse, but yeah, and that's probably what modern Power Rangers looks like now.
Probably.
They probably use CGI because it's probably cheaper.
I want the guys in the suits on a like model city.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
the Godzilla.
Yeah, I want the kaiju effect.
Yep.
And so that was my overall response to it. The story in this is Trini's daughter. They actually, the whole premise is that Rita actually kills Trini. Again, this is the basis of the story, not a
Also
spoiler.
in the trailers.
Yeah, it's in the trailer. So I did think that was a cool angle for them to take, and they did find a way to include all the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and then remove the ones whose actors they didn't have.
Which that's the thing that stuck out to me the
Sure.
most is I feel like they wanted this to be a lot bigger
Yeah.
than it was, and they couldn't get
They
everybody.
couldn't do it. Yeah.
Well, not that they couldn't. Some people said no. They might have all said the original actors, because we know the Pink Ranger.
She said no.
She said no.
Yeah.
But I don't know about
Red Ranger.
Red Ranger.
I don't either, actually.
And Green Ranger obviously
Couldn't do it.
couldn't do it.
Not around.
Not around, right?
So sad, man.
Yeah, it really is.
Because I was watching, and I was like, God, it would be awesome for him to be reprising this role right
yeah,
now.
because he probably would have.
Oh, yeah.
I imagine.
Yeah, he's always been so, like, he's always upheld his Green Rangerism. He's always been about the fans, and like he knows that's where he like got his big break and all that stuff. So I mean, dude, to see him in that would have been so crazy. And the credits
that
hit.
Yeah,
I was like,
I'm curious where they got that from, that footage. Is that in an episode
I
or
think it
behind
must
the scenes?
be.
Okay.
But like the two, they do show two still shots of those two actors. I always mess up his name. Jason David Frank.
I think so. I just know their Power Rangers
It's
names.
so many first names.
That's how you get remembered or forgotten. If you only have first.
Jason David Frank.
I think you're right.
Jason David Frank.
I just know him as Tommy.
And then the actress who plays Trini, I've never known how to pronounce her name.
Also, just know her as Trini.
I've never known how to pronounce it.
I'm ill-informed. But yeah, I felt like they almost shouldn't have included them. The not Trini and stuff, but just like the original actors in general, like to have their Power Rangers, Jason David Frank, to have the Power Rangers in the movie at all just feels weird, because I almost feel like they did it without their permission. Not that they didn't, but like
interesting.
It to me it feels like they really wanted everyone there, and not everyone could be there, and they're like, well, we're still gonna go with this. Like we'll do what we can.
Yeah.
So it felt bizarre in that way, because you only see half the team. You know,
it's true. Yeah. So the only original, the way that they pull it off is you see all of the Rangers suited up and you hear them, but you never see them unmasked. Right. So going in, it's like, we know that we only have Billy and Zach unmasked throughout the movie. So that does feel a little funny. And I guess you're right. You can kind of see through the fact, like, well, this is what they had to do.
Yeah.
But I liked that you still get to see the whole team. Like, I could kind of suspend my knowings of the inner workings.
It's true. I didn't expect to see them at all.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it would only be those two, and there would be some story like, oh, they're off in space.
Yeah.
You know, doing their crazy missions or whatever. So, it was fine. I didn't really like it like too much.
Really?
Yeah.
I had so much fun with it.
I felt like it was kind of, I don't know, too cheesy. Like, more so, like, it felt bad, as opposed to where I don't feel like the original Power Rangers feels cheesy.
Whoa, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
Interesting.
But that feels, and maybe it's because it's the time, and because everything looks better now, I expect a better quality. Because specifically, like, Trini's daughter,
look better.
I thought she was terrible too, though.
Acting?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
I agree.
more so than cheesy acting from Power Rangers.
I will say, I believe it's Thuy Trang, by the way. I believe that's how you say her name. It's Vietnamese. Thuy. I think it's Thuy Trang. But yeah, so her daughter, Trini's daughter, I did find myself thinking, like, okay, I know Power Rangers is a cheese fest, but like, did all of the acting have to be so cheesy? Because I felt like, I will agree with you. How did you feel about like the original Rangers performances?
I thought they were fine. I didn't feel they were too.
Yeah.
There were like one or two scenes where I was like, okay, that's cheesy. But I'm also like in the universe, so I get like when they start saying ridiculous things.
Right, exactly. So there was that. The two Rangers from whatever, like, I don't even know where they're from.
Yeah,
like the ones that filled in. One of them I thought was okay. The other one I was like, ugh, like it just.
The firefighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was. That was rough.
He was. I was like. Ooh.
So yeah, that took me out of it a little bit. But also, yeah, Trini's daughter. I definitely felt that too. I was like, this doesn't have to, and I couldn't tell, was that the writing or was it her acting? Like, what did you feel about
I feel like it was her acting.
Yeah, because it's, I mean, the story is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, it's just, and because the story, I mean, it makes sense. Like, it's not like anything we haven't seen before. What happens?
I thought it was cool because the stakes are higher. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's a nice like, what is it? 30 years after the original.
Is it?
Think so.
It started in 93?
We're in 23.
I know.
So
30 years would make... no, I'm asking, did it start in 93?
I don't know actually when it started.
Well, Tim, come at me with some facts,
with
bro.
some real things.
Yeah, I mean, that's insane. And that's the part, like, it was obviously supposed to be this big reunion, and overall, it bums me out that they couldn't make that happen.
Yeah. That's where I felt like it was like... I was disappointed because I'm like, if you're going to do it, either go all in or do like a documentary or something.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Because if they could only get two of them.
Idea.
Yeah.
It's very, very sad to see, you know, they do the dedication at the end, and it's just like, it wasn't that long ago. I think Jason David Frank passed away last year or something, 2 years ago, maybe. And yeah, I wish he could have been in it.
Yeah.
It would have been so sad.
Because it feels like it would have been a good one. Because they have had other like Super Power Ranger movies. Like, or specials where it's like every Ranger ever. And all that stuff. So
and he's reprised that role.
Yeah, he showed up a couple times.
So this was the thing I was going to say earlier, but I didn't. I want to workshop it. I don't know what we're going to call it.
Okay.
100%. But I wanted to start doing a thing where to offer some value.
Yes.
Because the whole thing with the keep up is there's so much stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We're trying to keep up with everything for the sake of you guys.
And I would say...
And us.
I would say...
But mostly you guys.
I would say...
And us.
And I would say...
Wishy-washy.
I want... Flippy floppy. I won't speak for you, but I think one of the hardest things we struggle with is removing things from our list or stopping things once we've started them.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, once I'm in something, it's very rare. Like, I talked about it last week with Atomic Heart. Played it for freaking, 7-8 hours?
7 hours.
And I was like, I am done. And I should have been done with that game an hour. If I fell asleep playing it, that's the sign.
Yeah,
but
right.
I'm sick. I'm sick in the head.
So I think what I would like to do is to offer some value to the listeners.
You're saying we don't offer value.
To offer even more value than we've been offering for years.
So we're entertainment and valuable.
And value.
Dang.
Yeah. And we have entertainment value.
Yeah. You know what else is valuable?
What?
Sonic music.
That was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate the interruption, but that was a good one.
Anyways, get your point across. Come on, Brett. Come on.
I think we need to decide. Should people skip these things?
Right.
Or add them to their list? And I don't know what our thing is, but I was thinking like list it or skip it.
What do what was the one we talked about before?
I think that was the one that we like kind of liked.
It was like,
or keep it.
We didn't write it down, did we?
Of course not.
Dude.
We were driving with McDonald's.
Yeah, that was the end of it. It was
was it related to like...
It was like list it? No. Oh no. My God.
I said like skip it or list it.
Yeah. But that wasn't...
But then I think we thought of something like keep it
or...
Keep it or...
Sleep it?
Keep it or sleep it.
And it was like a...
Oh, because then you like put it to sleep.
Put it to sleep. I think that was it.
You put it to rest.
Keeper or sleeper?
Keeper or sleeper?
That's what it was.
I like
it. Keeper or sleeper?
We like that.
Now the only thing, and we talked about this before, but a sleeper could potentially mean like a sleeper hit,
right?
And so it could be misconstrued. Yeah. But if we just make it clear that it's a keeper, keep up with it, or a sleeper, you're gonna fall asleep engaging with it,
right?
That is it.
Or you're putting it to rest.
Right. You're putting it. Brett wants to kill it.
I want it dead.
You're going to sleep permanently.
So do you keep it on the list?
Keeper or sleeper?
You like that?
I think I do.
I do too.
But obviously, if you guys hate it out there, let us know. Or if you think of something better.
Yeah.
In the comments, or if you're in, the stream or whatever.
So for Power Rangers Once and Always, a keeper or a sleeper, are you going to recommend people keep this on their list?
Mm-hmm.
Be sure to watch it, and with our format too,
right?
It's like to whom it may concern. If you're not a Power Rangers fan,
yes,
maybe it's not for you.
It's not. Yeah, I would say definitely not for a Power Rangers
non-fan.
And the biggest thing is it's short. It's under an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are a Power Rangers fan, there are some good moments that at least are they hit the nostalgia.
Yes.
I think it's kind of a good, I wouldn't say end cap to the series, but it's great to get a little bit more like,
Yeah.
here's where they are all these years later.
Yeah.
So it's nice in that regard. So as much as I like, and I didn't hate it, like it was fine.
Sounds
It was
like
fine.
you hated it.
I would say keeper.
It's also a keeper for me.
Yeah.
May have been the timing. I was looking for something to watch, and I was like, oh, yeah, this. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the fights. It brought me back in a way that, like I said, it was updated, but it's still Power Rangers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like watching a remastered episode of Mighty Morphin to me. So it's a keeper for me.
They up the quality. They put an HD.
HD, bro. Yeah, it's a keeper for me.
It's keeper
For me, dog.
Keeper for me, dog.
So you saw a movie
Yes.
that I thought would not be interesting at all.
It truly seemed like it was just going to be kind of a garbage film. Like, not even a popcorn film. Because
Right.
some of those can be fun.
Sure.
But I recently watched Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and
I
I recently watched Jar
Jar Binks. Dungeons and Dragons. Honor Among Thieves, I think is what it's called.
Yeah,
which I keep getting confused because I think that's Uncharted too.
That is Uncharted.
So that's what confuses me. But anyways, Dungeons is so ridiculously good.
That is so weird.
It is a movie that has no, I don't know if it has the right to be good or bad, but it definitely didn't have the right.
Well, what's confusing about it is like the press to me. Like I've seen barely anything about it.
Yep.
I always get confused when I see Dungeon stuff coming out because it's like there's been so much media around Dungeons and Dragons over the years. I'm pretty sure there have been other movies or TV movies or shows or like
There might have been.
I don't know. Maybe I'm an idiot and I'm just thinking of like I feel like there have been other things. I'm kind of thinking of Warcraft.
They had an animated show, right? Back in the day.
They definitely had an animated show.
Yeah.
That might have been a really long time ago, though.
I just seen like the little wizard guy.
But like for this, I just feel like I didn't even know it was like I knew it was happening because
Yeah.
I've seen like cardboard stands, stand up things at the theater.
Yep.
I was like, oh, Chris Pine's in that, like, and that's all I know. What's happening?
There's a bug, but I didn't want to smack my glasses.
So you delicately.
I'm like, let me put these
Like
down.
you're powdering your nose.
Yeah, I know. It's nice and soft.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. This is one that I saw around, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I'll watch that.
Yeah.
You know, like I
Didn't
like
think much of it.
yeah, I like fantasy stuff, and
Same.
Dungeons and Dragons is something I haven't really dipped my toes in too much as far as just like the game itself.
Why you been dipping so much,
Dude, I'm a dipper.
All right.
I live in the dip land.
Okay.
Not that not chew dip though.
Chew dip.
Chew dip.
Chew dip.
But yeah, this movie I would say is very akin to The Mummy, with its level of like adventure.
That is so weird that you bring that up. I can tell you why later, but I was thinking hard about The Mummy today.
You're welcome.
That's so weird.
We do this often.
Remember when we said Mary Rumbus?
Mary Rumbus.
We gotta tell that story.
That's a fun one.
So Dungeons and Dragons is like The Mummy.
Yes, where it encompasses a ton of different genres.
Yeah.
But it's a fun adventure. It's got some horror elements. It's got some not really much romance, but there's some
Good gross.
there's like some there's a little love. But yeah, it's
Sounds inappropriate.
strangely wholesome, but also like there's death and stuff. There's definitely people dying. But yeah, it just feels like the kids, your kids would
Yeah.
probably enjoy it just because it's a fun ride.
Cool.
But yeah, it does. And what I think the most impressive aspect is I felt like it dug deep into the lore of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Because they had like slime creatures show up. They had like these crazy mythical beasts
That's cool.
that I feel like is like obscure to those who don't really know Dungeons and Dragons so much. And especially me, I just have seen them in other games and other inspirations. So I'm aware of it in that regard. But yeah, they go to some pretty crazy places.
That's really cool. I feel like that's what you need to do in that movie. Like, I
Yeah.
want to see all kinds of crazy monsters and creatures and madness and magic and swords and puppets and kittens and...
Speaking of puppets,
What?
there's a good chunk of practical effects.
No way!
Noticeably practical, but not bad.
That would be my only other request is practical. And everything you're saying about this movie is not what I imagined it would be.
No.
I don't know why I thought it would be. I mean, it's a huge property.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know, man. That's crazy that there's anything practical.
Yeah, they absolutely didn't need to.
Yeah.
And they did. There's creatures. There's specifically one part, and again, it looks like goofy, but it feels back to the days of like 70s fantasy movies, like where it's like, oh, and it's cool to see it because there are CG things around, but the practical is like they didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
But they did, and it looked great.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a fun ride all the way through.
We love a fun ride.
Yeah, I would say just if you can get it anywhere, watch it. It's a keeper for sure.
A keeper. Wow, we have a thing now.
We got a thing.
We added a new thing at episode 245.
Dude, we should have waited for 250 to introduce it. Then we wouldn't have had to think of anything.
I kind of thought about it. Like we'd change up the format a little bit.
Yeah, but maybe we can do more changes.
Yeah, maybe. We could, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think I had much else to say about it. Again, action was good. Music was good. Characters were good. Yeah, there's no point where I was like, man, this is like boring. Wow. Yeah, with you know what, the last thing I want to say is they took it seriously, and I think that's important, that they didn't like make fun of Dungeons and Dragons, and they wanted to make a serious story and they stuck with it. Yeah. And yeah, just enjoy good movies.
Sounds great.
And that one is worth watching.
Cool. We got to keep her Dungeons.
We got to keep her.
You need to go to video games, yeah?
I do.
Okay, let's do that.
To the games. Hi.
Sup, everybody?
Dude.
Sorted.
Oh my. Dungeons and Dragons. I was iffy they would do it right. I wasn't sure about Chris Pine. Tim Cena.
Tim Cena.
Dun, 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 dun. There's death and stuff.
There's death and stuff.
Lore. Puppets and kittens.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
I want this to stop being weird.
Shave your scraggle.
What about kitten, puppets? Puppet.
Actually, that was one of the practical effects. It was a kitten puppet.
Really?
Well, I forgot what they're called. I know the Skyrim name, Khajiit, and they're cat people.
Really? I wish I was a cat people.
But I don't know if that's actually a Dungeons and Dragons person, or they're called something else.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dude, I can't say. I should just say D&D.
Yeah, actually you should. That's way easier.
Instead of saying okay, we are in video games, right?
Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tim, take it away.
Take it away, chump. I wasn't ready, but I'm ready now.
Still wearing a loon shirt.
Yeah, Brett's still a loon.
Just letting you know.
Okay, Brett.
What?
Throughout the history of my gaming career, I have fought many
Go on.
terrible fighting game bosses. When you get to the end of arcade mode, generally there's a boss that makes you want to do heinous war crimes.
Seth.
Oh, Street Fighter 4?
Yeah.
Seth sucked.
The worst.
Seth, nowadays he's not too bad compared to some of the things I've fought in my life, but
I remember that one being a nightmare.
Yeah, Seth was a nightmare. Tekken 6 had a pretty brutal like super demon boss. Can't remember its name because it's just a big demon that smacks your head. But
yeah.
So the other day, I started playing Guilty Gear Strive.
Yeah.
Crazy game.
Yeah.
Super beautiful.
Beautiful.
Combos are really fun. Characters are crazy.
Yeah.
Story mode sucks.
Yes, you were telling me about that.
Yeah, the story mode has you just watching an anime. Cool. Literally. That's it. It's all animated within the engine. And the engine is well known for being super anime anyways. Yeah. Because it just looks awesome. So
that I didn't know.
So it's not like traditional like 2D animation.
Yeah.
It's within the game engine.
Interesting, but there's no gameplay element.
No gameplay at all.
Literally just
they warn you when you start. They said there's no gameplay in the story mode.
That is so weird.
You're just watching it. And I watched like it split up into 10 chapters. Yeah. I watched 2 chapters. It took me about 45 minutes. Okay. So it's about, almost like a season of a show.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got 2 chapters in and I was like, yeah, I'm not really feeling this. Yeah. It's okay. I feel like there's a ton of lore from the previous games that I might need to be more invested.
Well, and you want to play a game.
Right. I'm not right. I didn't want to watch a Guilty Gear anime.
Yeah, it's like putting in a movie and they just show you like pages of text.
Yes.
For 2 hours. Right. Like, no, this isn't what I meant to do.
No, I'm not here to read a book. Yeah. I was informed that I guess they really wanted to make an anime, but no studio would pick it up. So
put it in the game.
They made it themselves in the game.
I feel like the only misstep was calling it story mode. They should have just put like watch the anime or like title it something. Like,
Because I mean, story mode does fit because it is.
It does, but it has its own place in video games.
Right.
You know,
If something's called story mode, I expect to play the game.
But there are actually, I think in Devil May Cry, didn't they have a like watch the history or something? And they
Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah.
Some games do it.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's usually at the bottom though, and it's like watch the previous story or whatever.
Just put it third.
Yeah, just put it third.
You know what I mean?
So I was a little disappointed in the story mode, to the point where I don't think it's necessary to watch it to complete the game.
Yeah.
Because again, you're not really playing much.
Right.
So the last thing I had to do was complete arcade mode.
Of course.
So this game works in a way where arcade mode immediately starts you on hard difficulty,
Ooh.
which is it's not a bad thing, honestly. Hard's kind of like easy.
Okay.
And the more you get through without losing rounds, the more the difficulty will increase. So you start on hard, you can go up to extreme, and then if you lose a lot, you'll drop to, I think you drop to medium. I never got below that, so I don't know what happens after that, but because I'm just so good.
Right, yeah.
But what this game has to complete the game, I guess, is you have to beat every person without losing one round, not the whole match, but without losing any rounds, all the way up to fight number 8. And fight number 8 is the super boss.
Wait a minute. You can't lose a single round?
Can't lose a single round.
It's 2 out of 3, right?
Yes, 2 out of 3. So you got to win technically 16 battles.
What happens if you lose one?
You can just get the normal ending. So you can still beat it no matter what.
Got you.
But you have to get to, there's a secret boss.
Oh,
Long story short, there's a secret boss at round 9. But if you play it normally, everyone's got their own story mode. You go through, blah, blah, blah. And depending on what character you play as, you'll always fight the same last boss, but sometimes you'll have a co-op partner with you, and it's much easier. Because this boss has like double health, he deals double damage, he's trash.
Of course.
So I was like, okay. I was looking at the achievement. 0.11% of the players have gotten this achievement.
No way.
And I looked it up online and people said, this is impossible. It took me hours to beat it. It took me hundreds of attempts. I'm like, okay, it can't be that bad. Because I felt pretty confident.
Yeah.
I felt like, man, I'm good at this game. The character I picked, I know him. I learned combos. I was doing great. So it took me like 10 tries or so to get to the round 8 boss, which is expected to win all those matches in a row. I'm like, I'm not great at this game, but so yeah, they were just, and it's funny because it's random. You don't fight the same people.
Right.
So there were certain people that I fought against that were much stronger or quicker.
Yeah.
The character I played as was really slow. So anyways, I got to the round 8 boss.
Okay.
And the problem with the round 8 boss is you have to also win both fights without losing.
Right.
But thankfully you can retry and you won't have to restart the whole thing.
It doesn't count.
Yeah. So once you get to 8, you're at like a checkpoint.
Okay. Yeah. That's cool.
So that boss, and if you get up to it without extreme, you don't have a partner with you. You have to beat the boss yourself.
Okay.
That boss took me 57 tries to beat.
No way.
50. So they keep a mark of how many times you win and lose. So
wow.
57 tries to beat the level 8 boss.
Right, and then you get the secret boss.
Then I get the secret boss, which turns out it's the same guy, except he does triple damage and has triple health.
What?
So even harder than the one before. Took me 196 tries.
But you did it?
I did it.
196 tries?
I had to keep my computer on for 3 days. I couldn't quit. I couldn't quit the game. I legit... Dude, I needed to go to a doctor after.
Yeah.
My blood pressure was through the roof.
What did you do when you won?
Oh my God. It's one of those victories that was so unsatisfactory.
Oh no.
Where I was just like, awesome, I did it. But I have never done this in my life. Literally, and I have a video of it, I had to pause because he was so fast. I had to keep pressing pause as my combo. So I would constantly pause until he got close, and then I would have to unpause and attack, and then pause again.
What?
You'll have to see it. It's literally every second. Pause, 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 pause. Because he moves so fast, you can't catch him.
I've never seen anything like that. That's actually really smart, though.
It was the only way I could beat him.
How'd you even think about that?
Because he was going so fast, I'm like, I legit can't time it. And then I've seen the strats in speed running, and people would do what's called a pause buffer. So the trick was, and again, I have the clip, I can share it somewhere, but I couldn't attack him. So I had to wait until he got close, and then I would grab him. So I would constantly grab, but it only took like not even like 5% of his health. So you have 99 seconds to finish the match. And most times it took me a little over 5 or 6 minutes to finish a match. Because when I paused, obviously the timer stopped.
Yeah.
But because of the pause buffering, each round took me like 6 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
So it took me hours upon hours
That is
to do it.
insane.
Yeah, but 100. What was it? 197?
196.
196. Dude, I have the picture. I'll have to get it. But
wow.
so many damn tries.
So how many hours at like what was the longest sitting you did just trying to beat these bosses?
So the 50 guy I think took me longer.
Yeah.
Even with the pause buffering and stuff.
Yeah.
But because at first I just tried to beat him. I didn't think of the pausing until later.
Right.
So even though it took me longer, he killed me quicker because he dealt triple damage. So my rounds were like pew, pew, pew. Wow. So many deaths. So long story short, do not go for the secret boss in that game.
So you would say don't do it.
Don't
Not
do
worth
it.
it.
The game is really great.
Yep.
Go for the normal ending. If you're really adventurous, you could go for there's the level 8 boss without dying. Because you
Right.
get an achievement for that.
Sure.
Then you get one for fighting the secret boss. Don't do the secret boss.
No secret boss.
Doesn't matter how good you are at the game. He's a cheating bastard. But the game itself's great.
Yeah.
I had a really good time there. So there's an achievement or a trophy or whatever achievement to play 100 matches.
Yeah.
So I got that within the fight against the boss.
Oh yeah.
As opposed to playing 100 matches normally throughout the game, I got it against one opponent. And I'm like, awesome. Awesome.
Wow, dude, that's crazy.
So, but I am part of the 0.11% of people in the world.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people that is.
It can't be much.
No, it's very, very small.
Very small.
Wow.
So I'm curious how professionals do against him. Like people who are really good at the game.
I would love to watch. I wonder if we could look that up.
Mm-hmm.
We Jazz the other day. He's been wicked into Geometry Dash.
Oh yeah.
And
That's
if you guys are unfamiliar, it's essentially a rhythm game. It's just like, what do you call it? It's kind of like
It's like a rhythm platformer.
yeah, and you have to, you're basically a shape jumping over obstacles and trying to get through a match. And they have these levels called demons, which are the hardest possible levels. And there are literally people who have to verify, like, there are YouTubers who will verify a level, like, is it possible or not?
Mm-hmm.
And we were in a rabbit hole of watching people verify the demons and then find someone who did it.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes no sense to me to watch someone do these levels because it is so fast and there are like, I don't know, just walls of spikes and then you're flying and then the lights just go out. Like sometimes the level just goes completely dark.
So you had to go based off the rhythm?
The rhythm and the timing that you're already in. It's insane, dude. I can show you some after, but yeah, if you guys look up like Geometry Dash and demon levels, like it's so insane watching these people verify the levels. And the way that they verify them too is they'll go through a training mode where you can set a checkpoint. So they'll go like checkpoint, checkpoint, like these like just to get through all the little mazes until they finally get to the end and they're like, yeah, this is technically possible. It's crazy. So
I mean, I've dedicated myself to some weird and hard challenges.
yeah,
that's a little much.
I don't think I can get into that one.
Yeah, because I watched Jazz play like a normal level and I'm like, huh?
I know.
Who?
I know, dude. He's pretty good. I've tried a couple times and I'm not very good at it, but yeah, people get into it and it's fun to watch the people who have dedicated that time.
Yeah,
because I'm not going to.
Nope.
So I'll watch it, but it's pretty
that's
fun.
what we're doing here on the podcast.
That's it, dude.
Saving people time.
That's it, saving them time. You know, what are we in video games? It's time for books and comics.
I think that's all I had to talk about. Oh, you know what? Just quickly,
take your time, Tim. Listen, bro.
Listen, bro.
Take your time.
Game Pass, and I think if you have Game Pass, you've probably seen this game. Have you, Brett? And you might have heard of it. The Legend of Tian Ding.
Yeah, I've looked at it many times.
Many times, and it looks super cool.
Yeah.
I played it.
You did?
Yes.
How is it?
Super cool.
Really?
Yeah. It's perfect. Whatever video you see or picture totally shows it.
It's what it is.
It's true justice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a fun Metroidvania. Pretty linear overall. I would say it's not like a typical Metroidvania where you have to like go revisit areas and stuff.
Sure.
It's pretty straightforward. But that gameplay style where it's like platforming and side-scrolling stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was super fun. It's just this tale of this Robin Hood-esque thief in Taiwan, and he is on the trail of this treasure, this ancient treasure, and he's also helping people out. He's a nice guy.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So that review will get me to play it because every time I look at it, I'm like, I feel like I've been duped by Game Pass a couple times.
Yes.
Where something just feels a little too underdeveloped or whatever. Like I go to play it and I'm like, this isn't quite as good as I thought
It doesn't feel like what it should be.
Yeah, but this sounds like it's what I wanted to be. So
quick combat. Game short too. If you just play it with like not doing much of the side stuff, 5 hours.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a quick indie gem.
Dude, I got 5 hours.
You got 5 hours. That, my friend, is a keeper.
Oh, we got another keeper on the keep up. That's like 17 keepers.
Oh yeah, we just enjoy
3, 4.
Something will get a sleeper.
Yeah.
The boss in Guilty Gear. That's a sleeper.
That's a sleeper.
That's a sleeper.
Don't do it. Sleep on that.
Skip it.
Now books and comics?
Now books and comics.
Okay.
Come on, Brett.
Whoops.
Come on. Figure out how to pause. Let's see. No, that's the worst. You got a pause buffer. Nice. I want to see. Yeah, I'll share it. Because it's so ridiculous, that fight. Oh, I'm going to throw up thinking about it.
Don't do it, Tim.
Don't do it. I'm going to do it.
Don't do it.
Guilty Gear Strive. Oh, is this a dynamic difficulty? What game is this? Yeah, Guilty Gear Strive. And yep, dynamic. You can't choose to begin any difficulty. It starts off at hard. But it's fun. Even hard's not a big deal. Guilty Gear Strive, Dive, Live. But yeah, I don't recommend it. Did you get cold sweats? I always get cold sweats with intense fights. Not cold sweats, but I get aggressively angrier, and man, the swears that come out of my mouth. Oh my. Oh my. I do. I get bad.
Tim gets spicy.
Yeah, I don't get sweaty hands too much. I get sweaty hands.
You do.
I don't get sweaty hands because of intensity.
They just are.
Right, that's the thing. I'm always sweaty. That's my secret. Yeah, I'm always sweaty.
That's his secret.
Oh, my brother does some of those. Some of the Geometry Dash stuff, or
yeah.
I want to try Geometry Dashin. It's mobile, right? Mobile only.
Yeah, mobile, and I've seen a lot of people play it on PC.
Oh, cool. Most mobile stuff you can play on PC.
Yeah, so it is fun. I mean, it's definitely one of those fun mobile games to just have at the ready when you want it.
Brett speaking truth.
About what? What did I say?
Yeah, what'd you say? I don't remember. Who are you?
I don't know. Oh, that Tim's just sweaty all the time?
Yeah.
Or
only Tim's would have footage of him swearing at games. I should do that. Kingdom Hearts, go over here. I gotta read some of these. Anyways.
Ready?
Yeah.
Hey, it was Free Comic Book Day.
Yes.
And Tim wanted to hunt down a very specific Spider-Man comic.
Yes.
And we found so many comics.
So many.
We went to, I think, 3 shops. 3 shops, and the third one, it was awesome. They had
the
so
third
many
one
books.
was crazy.
Crazy. I think I took like 12 books or something.
Yeah. Well, they had every book we've seen throughout the day, minus like 1 or 2.
Right.
And it looks like they didn't have much action going on there.
Right, which is weird because I love that shop. That's like one of my favorite comic
It's a cool
spots.
one. I feel like they're a little pricey, but...
Really? Mm-hmm. For what?
Games.
Oh, that's right. They do have a lot of used stuff. Part of why I love it is just looking at the cool stuff.
Yeah.
I got a really cool Japanese Chun-Li figure there, though.
Oh.
That's pretty cool. It's Merrimack Comics and Games. Or is it Games and Comics? I always forget.
I don't know,
but shout out to them.
Yeah.
So we found so many books.
So many. Yeah, I have my stack right here. It ends up being about 45.
Oh, I didn't count mine. But what was consistent across all 3 shops is never once did we see the comic you were looking
for. The one specifically I wanted to find. Yeah. I found, which I had, a couple. It was funny. I mentally had it as like commons, rares, super rares. Sure. Which I didn't know what they would be. But after we found like a Nightmare Before Christmas one. Yeah. There was like a handful at the first place we went to. And I was like, oh, I'll just grab this here, assuming it would be at other places.
And we never saw it again.
Never saw it again.
Yeah. I'm glad I snagged that. I didn't. Yeah. Dude, I'm having having kind of a dad dilemma.
Why?
Because Simi loves comics. She loves Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
I should have just grabbed 2 because that place says to only take 5, but I always take whatever I want. And I should have grabbed one for her, but I was like, I'm sure I'll see it elsewhere. Yep. And we were going to pick her up to bring her to the other shops, and we never saw it. So my dilemma is, I know she's forgotten about it. Yeah. We only briefly mentioned to her that there was a Nightmare Before Christmas one. Did we even mention it to her?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's even worse. She doesn't even know.
Well, is that the best case scenario? She doesn't know it exists.
She's got it. The best case scenario is she knows and doesn't care.
Well, here's the thing about it being free comic book is that it's just a prequel to the full book coming out.
True.
So you can just get her the first issue.
But I like to keep these
Yeah.
in my collection.
Well, keep the free comic book one. I don't think she's going to care to keep it. Do you want to look at it?
No.
It's somewhere in this pile.
No, Tim. No.
Dude, it's right on top.
So did you read any of your books yet?
No.
It looks pretty dope. I really like the art.
It is nice.
Yeah.
The battle for Pumpkin, which is actually cool because it looks like them when they're younger.
Oh, it does.
You get like an origin story.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's Tokyo Pop, so I actually don't know if it's going to be a comic or a manga. Because Tokyo Pop does manga, to my knowledge.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's full color and everything, which the other manga Tokyo Pop books I got were black and white.
Yeah. And they were in a manga layout, right?
Yeah, they were backwards.
This one is not.
That one is not. So yeah, they're nice though. The other thing I was thinking about is I need books and or bags and boards.
I just bought a bunch because I have so many loosey gooseys.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to get some.
I need to get some.
Yeah.
That's it.
I got them at Double Midnight, but you can order them online too. You can just get a bundle of them. One bag of boards and one bag of bags.
That's it. A bag of bundles, bundle bags.
Way. Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of these look cool. I usually I use this website called Gmart Comics, and I think I talked about it before, but I get comics shipped to me.
Oh.
And so I did a Sonic one, the Alien one, and a Wonder Woman.
Oh right,
one.
yeah.
The Wonder Woman comic was terrible. I did not enjoy it at all.
Yeah, you told me about
Sensational Wonder Woman, I think.
Sensational.
And it was like a bunch of just like side stories, but they didn't even feel like they were good side stories.
Whack. Do you know who wrote that?
Not sure. I have them over there, so. But I read the first 2, but I didn't cancel it until 7.
Wow.
But the comic got canceled anyway, so.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
So it was bad.
It didn't do great.
Yikers.
Yeah. So now I want like 2 more comics because basically how it works is they'll ship you comics every month, but the more comics you have, the cheaper or the more worth it the shipping will be, because they'll put it, because right now I'm spending like $6 to get sometimes one Sonic comic and then sometimes a Sonic and an Alien, because Alien like goes back and forth,
right?
So I'd like to get like 2 more. So with Free Comic Book Day, there's a lot of cool comics here that I might want to jump into. Some of them the series are like halfway through or something, so I'm like, oh, do I want to backtrack and get that?
Right.
There is a Street Fighter Power Rangers one coming out, so that one I picked up.
Wait,
or
no, Turtles
and Street Fighter? Is that what it is? I remember picking one. I thought Street Fighter.
The one we got, I don't know if it's prequel to that. It's just a Street Fighter book.
Right, so Street Fighter's getting its own too. I didn't see it on the website, but I got to double check because I'd like to get that one too. But
I have a really cool run of Street Fighter from Udon Comics.
That's who's doing the new one.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Is it a relaunch, do you know? Or is it...
It must be just the new game.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 6.
That's cool. Those are cool. The art and those are great.
Yeah. So I got to skim through those.
Yeah.
And because I had the stack of comics, I wanted some way to mark them, because I usually don't mark, like, I'll have a list for my games, I have a list for my movies and stuff, but I want to do one for the free comic book stuff. So I downloaded an app called...
Is it iCollect?
I think it is, actually. Where is it?
I use that for my games.
I lost it. Hold on, let me type it in.
Come on,
iCollect.
find it.
Yeah, iCollect. And they do like everything. But I read one comic so far, and they actually had it in there.
That's awesome.
The free comic book.
Yeah, that's what I use for my games, and I love it.
Yeah, because it does everything. When you start up, it's like, do you want to do video games, music, movies, like everything. So it'd be weird for me to have like one universal app, because I'm so used to having all these apps, and I've already put the time building them up.
Right.
But it would be nice to put them all in one place.
That's a cool idea.
Do you have them all in one place?
I only use it for games, but it's an interesting.
But it's easy. You just scan the barcodes, because they all have barcodes on the back.
That's cool. Yeah, it does the same thing. So I use it specifically for horror games. That's what I was doing with the iCollect app. And then you have a wish list on there, which is super dope too. because I use it for like games that I've played on like Game Pass, but maybe I don't own a physical copy yet or whatever. So I like that aspect a lot too. But it would be kind of cool to catalog everything and like, what I've read through and stuff. I do that in notes. Like every year I start a new list of everything I've like read, played, watched, whatever. So that's fun. And they're not all like physical copies. So
Right.
It's not like a collection. It's just like things I've done or
but
whatever.
but it's that would be a good way to keep them.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
The digital ones, anyways.
Right.
Because I have, excuse me, I have.
Gross.
I have done a full list of everything I've played, and I don't want to put that anywhere else.
Yeah.
But it is constructed, so technically I could just like
You tell AI to do it.
maybe.
AI, put this list in this app.
Can you combine these?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it would be nice to just be able to move it. Because I mean, I could copy it, but I don't think I can paste it anywhere.
Yeah.
Not at least in the app.
That'd be a pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to like pull up one on a computer and one on your phone or whatever. Like that'd be the only way to do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it worth it?
Right at that point, because I already have the list technically.
Right.
This would just be nice to have it all in one app with pictures and everything. But yeah, anyways, Free Comic Book Day was awesome.
Free Comic Book Day was a good year. There was a cool Turtles comic that had like a classic cartoon story as well as a Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles story in it.
Yep.
Bunch of cool anime inspired stuff.
Spider-Man,
cool...
Venom.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing.
Oh, that's right. I forgot there was an Animal Crossing one. Some cool horror stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. Chojin X.
Yeah.
That one's Viz. Ranger Academy.
Oh yeah, the Ranger Academy, Power Rangers one. Yeah, and the Conan, and there was some really cool like fantasy covers, stuff that I haven't seen before. And the horror ones, there's like an Archie, I think it's called like Library of Horror or something, like old school style.
And that's weird that was from Archie.
Yeah, I know, but it looked really cool. So, you know, a lot of shops, if you guys haven't done Free Comic Book Day in the past, it was only last weekend. A lot of shops do have leftovers.
So many.
So definitely, if you're interested in seeing what came out this year, or if you haven't been in comics ever or for a long time, that's who I always recommend go check it out, because you can just grab whatever you want, read it. And if it's something you fancy, then you can keep up with it.
Yeah.
It's fun, dude.
Gmart also did it, funny enough.
Really?
But you had to pay for shipping. So it wasn't free. I was like,
Yeah, what the heck?
But it didn't have the Spider-Man one I was looking for.
Oh, it didn't?
I couldn't find it anywhere.
Yeah.
For anybody who's curious, it's a prequel to the new Spider-Man game, Spider-Man 2.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, so I want to check it out. But it's available online now, so I can read it that way.
Yeah.
But I'm not disappointed. It freaking
just to read online, or you can get a
just to
copy?
read.
Just to read.
Yep, just a digital version.
Just a digi.
Well, it's time to go into food.
Oh, almost real quick. The
Yes.
only other thing, I finished 2 other Goosebumps audiobooks.
Oh my God, you're crushing it.
I swear I consume things beyond like
Dude, you're
elementary school level.
You want to listen to everything.
Yeah, I do what I want. And I just wanted to say, the reason I was thinking of The Mummy today is the one that I just finished was The Curse of the Mummy's Tomb.
Oh, okay.
And I also finished Say Cheese and Die.
Yes.
And what's so funny is, like, you know, I had these books and I don't remember if I even read them all. Like, I read a couple, but then the show came out. So
right,
like,
so you didn't need to read. You got the show.
Dude, they're like pretty fun.
Yeah.
They're fun. And so yeah, the Curse of the Mummy's Tomb it's like a pretty wild like action adventure, a couple kids on an adventure, and then some supernatural stuff that happens. And at one point, like, I was driving today just listening, I was like, yo, that's wild.
Yeah.
It like kind of got me.
Is it scary?
It's not scary, but they're fun. So if you grew up with them and never read them, I would say it is worth revisiting them. And you can find all the audiobooks just on YouTube or whatever.
Do you think every single Goosebumps book has an audio version?
I don't know. I'm just what I'm doing is I'm going through the list of the books that I own physically, because that was my goal with my audiobook adventures, is can I actually get through my library. So far I haven't had a problem finding it. I think the next one actually, what is it? It's like Let's Get Something.
Let's Get Sassy.
Let's Get Dangerous. Let's Get Invisible.
Oh, okay.
Is the next one. And then it's Night of the Living Dummy, which I'm kind of excited about because I don't think I ever read that one.
That one's not the first book?
No, first book's Welcome to Dead House.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one will be interesting.
Yeah.
Because some of them have different endings in the show.
Yes, dude. Say Cheese and Die. The book is way better, yeah, like significantly, because there's some cool stuff that happens, and I'm like, oh, I kind of wish they did this in the show. And what's funny is that episode of the show. I don't know if everyone knows this. I think we talked about it last year or something. But Ryan Gosling's in that episode as a tiny child. But yeah, the book, a lot of other stuff happens, and it's pretty cool. Like,
yeah,
the resolution is really rad. And it was very different. So I am curious to see some of those. So Goosebumps, let's keep it on your list.
Keep her all the time.
I feel like there are a lot of people who, you think about revisiting those, or I know it's not just us who are like, man, remember that? I never actually read those.
Yeah.
And no, or not. I definitely owned way more than I ever read.
Yeah. I think the only one I read all the way through was I don't remember the name of it, but it's where the teacher's a monster and the girl like tells her parents.
Yes.
What is that one called? Teacher.
I forget what it's called.
Don't tell mom the teacher's a monster. Teacher. I'm gonna look it up. But that one is the only one I actually read all the way through.
Dude, I don't even think I ever read through The Haunted Mask. I just feel like I know it so well.
I just know everything from the show.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Yeah. Trying to find it.
Well, while you do that.
Yeah. I totally spelled teacher Goosebumps.
Creature Teacher?
That's not it.
That's not right. That's one of those weird spin-off series.
Yeah. Grillers? That's different.
What the heck is that? I don't know what that is.
I'll find it.
I know which one you're talking about because it was one of the debut episodes of the show, I think.
Yeah. Teacher's Pet?
I don't know. That doesn't know right.
It says Goosebumps, though. TV episode. We'll find it. Anyways, going to food?
Food!
Doink. Also, Richie, thank you so much for the beautiful raid.
Richie
coming in playing. Oh, Zelda.
What?
Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Yo, I appreciate that. And apologies for missing the raid. We're doing the live podcast. The Grizz is here.
Grizz, dude.
Yo, we're getting
What's up?
Grizz.
Did you see Grizz's announcement?
I didn't. Is he pregnant?
Put all your socials. I give you permission to put all your socials in Tim's chat. He's officially launching his Zadude Pizza Co.
Zadude Pizza Co.
Yep.
He might get hit by bots. I can permit him. I don't know if he's still here.
And I could be doing it. I could be saying it wrong, but it's like a pop-up pizza shop.
Oh. Permit. So that gives him 60 seconds to put in links.
Dude, you got 60 seconds. Let's go. Link it, baby.
There we go.
Hey.
Yo, perfect timing.
Look at that. The link tree and everything.
There you go. So what is he doing?
So it's a pop-up pizza shop. And
those pizzas are looking good.
I know, dude.
We gotta go and taste everything.
Absolutely. So we've talked. What? Oh, see, that's what happens, dude. On Instagram, it's so annoying. I was like, dude, you got this dope merch already, but it was an ad.
It was a lie.
But everyone should go follow Zadude Pizza Co. on Instagram. Click that link.
Keep up pizza.
We've been talking about doing some collab stuff for a while, and I still think there's one we talked about before that I think we should still do.
Yeah.
And would be extremely relevant sooner than later, actually. I don't want to say it because it's such a great idea. And it's got to be a surprise. But, yeah, dude, I'm ready for those Zaz.
Me too. It looks really good. Let's see. But again, Richie, thanks for the raid.
Yes,
welcome
Richie.
in. How's Tears of the Kingdom? I had a little sneak peek. Ooh, Susie peeking. What was the last Zelda game you played?
I've never beaten a Zelda game.
Have you ever played any? Must played one on the N64. Ocarina of Time?
Yeah, I think I played Ocarina. Ocarina, isn't it?
Ocarina. What did I say? Ocarina?
I said Ocarina, like the Macarena.
Macarena.
Hey, Ocarina.
It's a weird word anyway.
It's very strange. I feel like there is another one. I don't think so. I think I have to be honest and say I've never...
You have a Switch, so there's no reason.
No, I know.
You can play most of them on there.
Yeah, I need to play...
Well, not most, but a good chunk.
I want to play... Why not most?
The Wind Waker's not on there. Twilight Princess isn't on there. The GameCube era ones, really.
Weird.
Yeah.
I have a GameCube.
Well,
but those games are probably expensive, though.
I have most of them. I don't have Twilight Princess. I have Twilight Princess on the Wii, like a fool.
What a doofus.
Tears of the Kingdom is so incredible. Exciting. It looked great from what I saw. I don't want to spoil anything, but I did something on stream that I didn't expect to work. And when it did, holy poop.
Tim.
Dude, have you seen the reviews for this game?
What are we talking about?
The new Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. I think it might be the highest reviewed game of all time.
No way.
High, and it's equal to Zelda, the previous one. But I think.
Wait, is this like the sequel to
Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's out?
It comes out tomorrow, technically. But some people can get it early through like midnight launch, or they're in a different country.
I did not know that.
I'll say rockets and a wooden board. Damn, that sounds cool.
That does sound cool.
Can't wait to make a robot. I should have known you make a robot, but of course. You're welcome. Oh, it's good. Dude, I'm glad you had a great time though. I'm excited. I'm not getting it until next month at least, but Creature Teacher, that's not it. Also, Bear, welcome in, buddy. What is it called? Goosebumps?
I don't know. I almost want to look at. Did you know they took the seasons off of Netflix, but the specials are still on there?
So where are they now? The episodes. Brett just looked at me like I was a freak.
I don't know.
Goosebumps. Teacher is a monster. They keep saying Creature Teacher, but that's not it.
I feel like we have
The Girl Who Cried Monster.
Yes,
That's what it was.
is.
The Girl Who Cried Monster.
Yeah,
That was a good one.
that was a good one.
Let me see. And also, Susie, thank you for shouting out Richie. I believe you did. Yes, I appreciate that. Let's see. Thank you, dudes. I'm all in on the collab. I'm ready. My mouth's ready.
I'm ready, dude. I'm ready.
I hear Ocarina and think Ocarina, but I just say it like the former. Ocarina. I've only beaten Wind Waker. That's okay. Wind Waker's the best.
Karina.
And it's true. I do still have Paranormal Sight to finish. That game's crazy. Those pizzas do look good. Wait, Goosebumps isn't on Netflix? I'm a riot.
Dude, they took it off at the end of the year, which was silly business.
Where?
Simi was so mad.
Who has it now?
Who has it?
And why do they still have the specials?
I don't know. But you can watch. It's like what is it? Tower of Terror.
Mm-hmm. Which that's not even like a special.
Well, they're the 1 hour ones.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
Because they had the seasons, and then they were like Haunted Mask was a 1 hour special.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know why it's separated like that, but you know, I mean, I don't.
All right, let's finish her up.
All right, so I mean, maybe this is just like a thing that people know,
Right.
but it's not. This is a brand new hack that no one's ever heard.
Yeah, dude, you're the first person ever.
So check it out.
Yep.
Probably a month ago.
Yep.
Actually, definitely a month ago. I know when my son's birthday was. He had a party, and he wanted Buffalo Wild Wings.
Classic.
Him and his savage little friends
Little hungry demon
running
boys.
around our table with chicken bones flying all over. That's what he wanted. So I'm ordering.
Yep.
I'm ordering online, and I've never ordered for pickup at B-Dubs before. I've eaten many a wing there.
Many.
Quite literally hundreds of wings there. And I'm trying to pick out the sauces, and I'm like, I think that they want something a little bit spicy, but then I want to get them a couple other things to try. So I'm adding stuff, and I'm like, I don't know, what if they don't like the garlic parmesan? What if they don't like the barbecue, whatever? And then I see the option, Tim, because we're ordering like 60 wings.
You gotta get everything.
And I see the option that says sauce on the side.
Classic.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm wondering, how's this gonna come? It's 60 wings, whatever.
Right.
Dude. They give you these little like soup cups of their seasoning. Which have you ever had garlic parmesan wings at B-Dubs?
I have.
Okay.
Yes.
I love them.
They're really good.
They give you a massive bucket of this stuff. So you're eating the wings, you know, you dip them, you eat.
So that's how you did it. You dipped.
how
You
you do
didn't
it.
pour on.
Right. I didn't pour, I dipped. Now, the best part about it is I have like 3 or 4 cups of their like seasoning or dressing in my fridge that I've just been using for a bunch of other stuff since that day.
Okay.
So I have garlic parmesan, I have their honey barbecue.
Yeah.
I have they up the ante with their ranch and their blue cheese because they also fill giant soup cups with them. But I was like, now I just have their garlic parmesan in my fridge for other stuff. And Rach made chicken salad, and I just put a bunch of garlic parmesan in it, mixed it up.
Still had that much left?
It's a lot.
Wow.
Because it's like it's like a thicker dressing almost.
Yeah.
So you don't need a lot, and the flavor's so strong. But I was like, I'm gonna do this every time.
Yeah.
You get it on the wings, but you don't use it all.
No
they
way.
give you so much.
Right, because when you get the wings, they're usually like saturated in it.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way. You just have a lot.
Right.
Where with the sauce, you just do a quick dip, and you're like, that's all I need. A little
enough.
flavor.
Yeah.
That's smart.
It's so sweet. So now I'm like looking at their menu of sauces, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what am I gonna get next time? And oh, dude, the funniest thing happened. So I mean, literally, this might be the funniest thing that's ever happened in the history of the world.
In the world.
Think of everything you've ever seen that's funny.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the funniest.
I'm ready.
I ordered mild buffalo wings.
Oh, that wasn't it.
Mild,
Yeah.
right? So all the chicken shows up because I showed up and I had all the chicken.
Right.
And the boys are eating it. And I'm like, I'm going to try one of the buffalo ones, make sure it's good for you guys. So I try it. And I'm like, oh, it's good. Oh, it's got a little bit of a kick.
Starting to have a hard time with it.
I'm like leaning on the counter. I'm like, what? This is their mild? And I look at the box and it says wild. And their
Oh my
wild
God.
is their second from the top hottest.
Oh.
And I looked at my receipt and I ordered mild.
Oh, and they
just mixed it up. So I was like, boys, you can try that if you want, but be careful.
You should have let them all try it.
They all did anyways, and it was really funny because they were all just yelling and like, ah, it's so hot.
It burns.
One of them like licked one and that was it. But dude, it was such a weird, because I thought it was just a buffalo sauce.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's happening right now?
This is hot.
It's so hot.
Nothing was spicier than that freaking mac and cheese I made.
That was insane. That was actually spicier than this.
Oh.
Like than the buffalo wild wing.
Wild.
Or maybe they were equivalent. I don't know.
Dude, that pasta was uncomfortable.
That was way too hot.
Yeah.
Such a waste.
I ate it all.
Still mad at you about it. I would have too.
Yeah, right?
I would've.
You can't waste it.
Yeah,
That is very funny.
Yeah.
I am sorry. You're sitting there just, I can see you sweating.
Yeah, it's pretty
You're
funny.
like, whoo.
It was. I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? But
So my question is, if you were to order like a normal, not normal for us, but let's say you got like 24 wings. You got half or whatever, 30 wings.
yeah.
Do you think you would still get as much sauce, or you think they put it in a smaller container?
So I got
Because you got 60 plain wings.
60 plain wings.
Mm-hmm.
I got and then the only sauces I got on the side was the barbecue and the garlic parmesan.
Yeah.
And I think they gave us 2 of each of those.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, if you get one order, you probably get one of those little buckets.
Okay.
I guess.
So you think you'll get at least a substantial amount,
I think so.
regardless of the size.
Yeah. Yeah, because I got to make sure you have enough for all your wings.
Right. If you have naked wings, that's sad.
They're
Although
still pretty good.
Yeah, I like them plain
I ate
too.
some naked ones. Yeah, they were good. So that's it. That's the hack. B-dubs. Order online and order all your sauce on the side. Or you could do like half and half.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's something you could do too.
That's smart.
I think that's all I got.
I have one final thing I did. I had extra hot dogs and extra pizza the other day.
Love where this is going.
And so I threw the pizza in the microwave.
Of course.
These are big, long, greasy slices.
Okay.
So when I put them in the microwave, they became like a little floppy.
So this is pizza you ordered from somewhere.
Yes.
Yes.
I won't say where because I don't want people to know my life.
Okay.
But it's good pizza. It's
Yeah.
good, long, greasy pizza.
Yeah.
Not too greasy.
Greasy long boys.
But when you put it in the microwave, it becomes a little greasy floppy.
Okay.
So, and I had 2 extra hot dogs. And I was
Okay.
like, okay. And no bread. This is where the idea came from.
I see. Yeah.
No bread.
It's mad scientist.
And I was like, okay, I want bread with these hot dogs.
Sure.
And I'm like, this pizza's kind of floppy. What if I just, and so I put a hot dog on the crust and roll it up. And we got ourselves a little pizza taquito hot dog action.
Wow.
And when I tell you, this is way better than I thought it was going to be.
Really?
It was way better than I thought it was going to be.
You didn't just, to me, it sounds like one of those things that like you would just taste both things, you know, but like separately almost.
But
But there's the hot dog.
It works because there was enough like crust to make it like,
That's like the bun.
yeah, kind of. It was like the bun, but you get the cheese, you get the sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like carnival food. or like fair
Yeah,
food,
yeah, yeah.
where
that
it's
sounds
like
great.
try a rolled up hot dog pizza,
And I totally
concoction.
would. I'm the target market.
Yeah, and it honestly it worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a big chunk. It was like a burrito size because the hot dog was thick. The pizza was
What kind
thick.
of pizza was it?
Just cheese.
All right.
Plain cheese.
Yeah.
But it worked really well.
I really want to try that.
Yeah, I was surprised.
I also want to revisit the golden moment.
Yeah, it's been a long
It's been a
time.
while.
Classic.
And I'm sure we have listeners who don't know.
Mm-hmm.
The golden moment is when you get a pizza one night,
Yeah.
and the next day you have some pizza left over, and what you do is you cook an egg.
Mm-hmm.
So you microwave the pizza.
Yep.
And then when you take the pizza out, you have to do it in this order. You make yourself an over easy egg.
Mm-hmm.
You put an extra slice of cheese of your choice on the pizza, and then the egg on top.
Yeah.
Which melts the cheese. And you let it cool for maybe 15 seconds, and then you go to town.
Then you go to town.
And the golden moment is when you ultimately reach the yolk. And man, is it delicious.
Yeah. You could either bite into it or pre-crack it if you're feeling if you just want the mess.
Yeah. And then
out of the way.
you dip your crust in it. It's the perfect situation.
Yep.
That's real good.
Golden moment.
The golden moment.
And B-Knox.
Oh, B-Nuts. Yeah, dude.
Breakfast nachos.
Oh my gosh, the greatest. Well, I guess that's that.
That's that.
Thanks for hanging out with us on the Keep Up Podcast. Tim is going to do what's called End Babble. So if you're in chat right now, throw us some rando words and we'll make Tim tell us a story for about a minute and a half. You can, again, follow us on all socials at the Keep Up Podcast. You can find our Patreon at patreon.com/the Keep Up. Thank you to all of our existing patrons. You guys are the coolest, and everyone for hanging out with us tonight in the stream. And of course, our listeners. Tim, where can everybody find you and all your stuff?
People can find me on Twitch, on Instagram, on TikTok at Collection Revolution. You can also find me on Twitter at Collect Revo.
Heck yeah.
Because I'm always ripped off from my full name on there.
Yeah, it's brutal.
It's brutal.
Can't believe they did you like that.
Yeah, Twitter's dirty. Brett, where can everyone find you?
Everyone can find me at This Drink I Like It on Instagram. There's a link tree there with links to all my stuff, my music, my band, my rap stuff. That's 3 different ways of saying music.
Yeah.
You can also find my other podcast, which I haven't posted in like a month.
But that's okay. That's the thing about your podcast.
Yeah, it's a little side project situation. But if you want to listen to past episodes, you can. And that's it. You can find all my stuff there. Was there something else? I feel like there's something else I do. Oh, Brett in the Dark, if you want to look at watch some spooky games, which I haven't played for a while. I'm trying to figure out this whole work schedule thing.
Yeah, you just started a new job.
Anyways, yeah, you know, Tim knows.
I know.
So you guys are the coolest. Thanks again for hanging out. Tim, your theme for End Babble tonight is
No, please.
the
Please, there we go.
Sweaty Loon. Hang on. Sweaty Loon Wings.
Okay.
Bye, everybody. Love you.
Man, being a loon's tough. Flying through the air, I mean, no one told me it would be this easy being cheesy. But my wings, oh, they be sweating. As a loon, I feel my wings sweating more than anybody has ever sweated before. And I think, oh, there's a Denny's. There's a Denny's down there. I think I'm gonna land and get myself a nice Grand Slam meal. And hopefully they don't have duck on the menu, because that's my cousin. Da 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 da. Bop. And so I'll leave you with this. If you eat a wing and it's sweaty, I think you're eating human. So don't. Thank you.
Perfect.
Sweaty Denny's. If
Sweaty denim.
Susie wants to go to Denny's more than she wants anything in this planet.
Really?
Yeah, she's in the UK, so they don't have Denny's.
Oh, muy interesante.
So she wants to become the Denny.
Wow.
Let's see.
We gotta have her visit so we can take her.
Yeah. Haunted Mask, I bet. Knew it. Partay, Savage Friends. Make a wing. Many a wing. 60 wings. Garlic parm. When is dipping okay and not pouring? Yeah, I don't live the dip life.
Dude,
I know I
It's
said
the life.
earlier I live the dip life, but I don't live the dip life.
All you've been doing is dipping.
But when it comes to wings, you gotta pour.
Do you though?
You gotta pour.
I don't think so.
Messed up.
I disagree.
Mild and wild, mistakes were made. Sounds great. Pizza equals good. Hot dog equals good, right?
It's true.
So the math lines up.
Two goods do make a good.
I love hot dogs, and it's so hard to find them in fast food places here. Yeah, there's no fast food hot dogs anywhere. We have like
No.
Sonic.
Yeah, you have to go to Sonic.
Yep.
Dairy Queen in the mall has them.
Oh, really?
But they're always out. Every time I've gone, they're like, "Oh, we're all out." I swear they have like a package of hot dogs
They're like
at the day.
And they're like, they don't expect anybody to order them.
No, yeah. So they probably eat them, and then as soon as it's gone, that's that.
Yeah. I feel like hot dogs aren't gotten a lot here. Like baseball games, yeah, or some kind of sporting events. Yeah, hot dogs is like an at-home thing.
Yeah.
You don't really get hot dogs like anywhere.
No.
Although at Dairy Queen, if you're lucky.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Mr. Krabs, Sweaty, Loon, Wild Savage. We need a
Savage.
sweaty Loon Wing AI quiz. Yay!
If we type it in, it'll probably just create some character.
Oh, true. Become the Denny. Dip life. You gotta specify you're talking about wings. Nah, I don't live the dip life. Regardless.
Dude, you just dip it. Especially if you're eating the wings right and you do the twist and snap, then you dip. I want wings right now.
I know. Let's go get wings.
Oh, dude.
We gotta go do the other podcast, right?
Yes.
Okay, folks. We got another podcast to do, the Patreon exclusive. So if you're interested in checking out the Patreon, here is our link
Do it. Check it out. Check it out.
where we do 2 food challenges every month and a bonus podcast.
Yeah.
So we're doing the bonus podcast, which we usually talk about more life things, more emotional, personal topics.
Yeah. It's pretty deep.
It gets deep. But
Pretty deep.
I appreciate everyone being here tonight, interacting with us, being super cool. Sorry, sometimes I'm dying.
You guys are the best.
You're the best. So we're gonna get a raid going because we gotta go off into Fancyland. But how's Brett still awake? I know. That's why we gotta get going because Brett's gonna pass out. Let's see who's
Oh,
online.
shoot. My computer's going to pass out.
What's it at?
11%.
Ooh. What kind of charger does it take?
USB-C will work fine.
So like an iPhone charger?
No, like this.
But my computer will die.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
mine's okay for now.
Okay.
I'll be back down in a minute. Bye, everybody. Love you.
Bye. Let's see. We are going to raid into raid. You know what? Tim thought he was mild, but he going wild. Yo, be nice to him. He worked hard today. Never. Let's raid into Cheesy. He's playing The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Because everyone's doing a goodbye Zelda stream. So yeah, let's raid into Cheesy. Send him some love. Yeah, he's playing Breath of the Wild. So let's do that. I will be back tomorrow, not playing Zelda. I'll be playing the Mortuary Assistant. Very spook, very scary. So yeah, but everyone, if you're getting Zelda, I hope you enjoy it. If you're having if you have work and stuff tomorrow, hope you have a good Friday, a good weekend too. And yeah, you all rock. Thanks. And enjoy the corner of my bed, because you only get to see that here. Cheesy. Until next time, folks. Bye. Playing Star Fox? Do it, Susie. Play Star Fox. Enjoy it. Okay, Brett's computer's dying, so we gotta go. Bye. Dun 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 do 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 do.